All right, what is up, YouTube? MCoolVordy here. We're going to be looking at the first rundown of the Appliancer cards live on both streams for you guys for this. And you guys can literally and thoroughly roast me here as we go through each and every one of these. So, Appliancer Socket Troll. This can't be real. All right, like, nice name. Dark Machine. Oh, cool. So we can machine dupe this right off the bat. All right. So if you control an Appliancer monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Excellent. It's an extender and it's machine dupable. If an Appliancer Socket Troll is special summoned to your field while you control this monster, you can special summon one Socket Troll from your deck. I'm really glad that if I machine dupe this, I don't get any extra machine dupable targets. But you have a generic extender here at level 1. It's not a tuner, by the way. Kind of salty about that, but, you know, can't complain about everything in life. Alright, so, seems good, right? Alright, what else we got here? Is that a virtual dog? Is this also level 1 machine dupable target? Oh boy, everything in this deck's machine dupable. Okay. During damage calculation, if your Appliancer monster battles an opponent's monster, you can discard this card. Your battling monster cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from that battle. When an Appliancer monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard instead. I once again want to stress the amount of machine dupe ability that this deck has in these first two cards here. And this thing's name is Breaker Bunkle. This is a nice archetype. Is this also a machine dupe target? Cool! My whole deck is a machine dupe target. We're automatically up to the races here. Okay, so this is Copy Buckle, right? What a name. So, 0/0. So we got what? I didn't even look at these. 0/0 and then 100, 100. Okay. So Appliancer Copy Buckle. So during your main phase, you can target one Appliancer you control. Special summon this card from your hand. If you do, this card's name is treated as the name of that target until the end phase. I really hope that these specific card names here are not relevant. And during your main phase, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, well, I'm out. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target one Appliancer in your graveyard, special summon one monster with the same name from your hand. Well, I mean, okay, at least graveyard is applicable for this, I guess. Is this supposed to be good? Like, I guess copying the name, if the appliances do specifically require names, then I'm gonna be disappointed. Alright, what is this? This is a Link 2. This is my socket. Okay, so two Appliancer monsters. Well, it's, I guess, entirely generic. So, two Appliancers. This card cannot be targeted for attacks or opponent's card effects while it is linked. Yes, this is Rotom, chat. This is definitely Rotom. During damage calculation, if an Appliancer link monster you control that is co-linked to this card battles an opponent's monster, that co-linked monster gains 1,000 attack for each monster co-linked to this card during damage calculation only. I mean, it's 1,000 boost. This thing's got 0 attack, though. Once per turn of an Appliancer link monster you control that is not co-linked to this card, destroyed by battle or card effect, you can draw a card. They were nice to us. They gave us a draw effect. But, unfortunately, it's on a Link 2, and it doesn't draw for itself. Alright, well, that's pretty disappointing. Then we got Appliancer Vacuufent? Vacuufent. What in the world? Okay. So you can only one of these cards, first and second effects names once per turn, and only once that turn. You cannot use this card as link material during the turn that this card is summoned. Did the other one have that restriction? No, it did not. Okay, so we're only making one of these a turn. During your main phase, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard to target one card your opponent controls, destroy that card. Well, that's pretty good. Like, free generic pop is always good. During your main phase, this card is co-linked. You can target one monster in your opponent's main monster zone and destroy that. And that's for a co-link. If this card is not co-linked, it can attack directly. Do we do we really need the attack directly clause on this? But the send one for a pop in a deck like this definitely is going to solve some of the issues that this deck already has. Yes, you can machine dupe for everything, but generically you're going to need answers to things, and that's what this card gives you. And then we've got Appliancer Kappa Scale. Okay. Another link 1 that points up. So it's one Appliancer. So you can only use each of this card's first and second effects once per turn. You cannot use this card as link material during the turn that it is link summoned. Okay. So during your main phase, you contribute this co-linked card, special summon one Appliancer link monster from your graveyard, except for Kappa Scale, so this will bring back and allow us to reuse things. During your main phase, you contribute this card that is not co-linked, special summon one level 4 lower Appliancer monster from your graveyard. Why are they being so afraid to let us special summon from the deck here? Like, generically what I'm getting out of this is they're just afraid. Dryer Drake. One Appliancer monster. Please let the... what in the world? This card cannot be used as link material turn that it is link summon. Seems to be our generic feel here. So this card gains 1,000 attack while it is linked. Oh boy, so it goes up to 1,000. Once during your battle phase, if this card is co-linked, you can switch the location of 2 Appliancer monsters in your main monster zones, including this card. And if you do, the other monster can make 2 attacks during each battle phase. This is true. What is this archetype? Once per turn, when this card is targeted for an attack, while it is not co-linked, you can negate the attack. What is this archetype? This is so bad. And then we got Appliancer Laundry Trick. This is me. This is me reading these new cards thinking that they're going to be good. Okay, one Appliancer monster. You cannot use this card as link material during the turn this card is link summon. Neither player takes damage from battles involving this card, because 1,500 is the pinnacle of this deck. Once per turn during damage calculation, if this co-linked card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. But that's on a co-link. Once per turn during damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, while it is not co-linked, you can destroy that monster to inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. Does anybody else see the problem here with these, by the way? Up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, down arrows. Guys, we have to plug our appliances in to the outlet to get their good effects. I just want to point that out. Alright, if you are not plugging your appliances in, all of these link ones are horrible. Alright. Appliancer Reuse. Target one Appliancer in your graveyard, special summon that monster, but it's sent to the bottom of the owner's deck if it leaves the field. That's interesting that they included that clause on this. I haven't seen that before. And then we got Appliancer Test. Target one Appliancer Link monster you control. Special summon as many Link 1 Appliancer Link monsters as possible from your graveyard to your zones that it points to, but they are banished during the end phase. Well, I mean, I guess. I don't even... Please be good. This has to be the card that brings this archetype together. Like, actually. Appliancer Electrical World. When this card is activated, you can add one Appliancer card from your deck to your hand, except a field spell card. So we cannot add ourselves. Okay? Once per turn, if an Appliancer Link monster is link summoned to your field, you can add one Appliancer monster from your graveyard to your hand. Once per turn, when either player's monster declares an attack, you can move one Appliancer monster you control to another monster, to another of your main monster zones. Anybody else notice that we can unplug and plug our accessories in here? Like, the entire deck is just, you get 2 sockets to plug in your cards to OTK your opponent. By the way, the entire deck is machine dupable. You can machine dupe all of these. You're going to have to machine dupe them to get to your link 2 here. That's generically what I'm going to be telling you about this. So good luck with this. I guess you can OTK with this, but outside of that, this doesn't seem all that good. Right, guys? Like, I'm not missing anything here. Guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the appliancers. What a joke of an archetype.